everyone, so in this video I'll make some nitrite, potassium nitrite, because nitrite is and sulfuric acid, nitric acid is banned, and hydrogen peroxide over 15% is banned. In Europe, you need a license. In places like America and Australia, sulfuric acid is getting banned, and also probably in the next few years, sodium nitrite and nitrites in general are gonna be banned. So this is how I'm gonna outsmart the system. I'm gonna make some my own nitrite in this can. Here is the reaction. We have potassium nitrate, KNO3, with starch, potato starch, and I heat it up and it reacts to make potassium nitrite, which I can recrystallize. And here's 100 grams of potassium nitrate, and somewhere around, let me see it, 17 grams of starch. So let's get started. Okay, so here's 100 grams of potassium nitrate in the can, and as a catalyst, I think, no, I don't know, as the other chemical, 17 grams of starch. Let's just get that in there. So you can see the powder, and now I will mix them up real good. And now I will put them outside on the hot plate, and I will heat them until they will start to melt and smoke, and until they stop smoking, I won't stop heating. So I'll see you outside. Okay, so I took the can, I put the can on some aluminum foil, and I banged it and even made holes in it to get out all of these chunks, which after the reaction, good thing to note, the reaction wasn't combustion or burning. It was a similar reaction, just the reaction isn't fire, it's just smoke, to be simplified, because I don't want to spend like 20 minutes explaining the reaction or something like that. You can just look it up online. As you can see, the pieces are really big and kinda, I like them, okay? They look pretty nice. And the reaction wasn't burning, it was just making a lot of smoke. So yeah, okay, so now I'm gonna recrystallize it to extract all the potassium nitrate, and then vacuum filter it to get all the potassium nitrate out of this before we boil it down to dryness to make some potassium nitride from nitrate. Nitrite, not nitrite, but nitrate, from nitrite from nitrate. Sorry, I get mixed up. Oh no. Okay, now I'll get to boiling it. And I will mix this, and I will be back. Okay, so left it boiling for some time, and Ouch, it's hot. I will turn it off now. And I will leave it like this to cool, and then I will filter off all the potassium nitrate, and I will do this like 2 to 3 times to make sure that there's no potassium nitrate, and then I boil it down to dryness and grind the solid up, which should be potassium nitrite. So I'll be back when this will be cooled. Okay, so here's my vacuum filtration apparatus, and I've got the pump, and now I will pour in the solution. Which is gonna be a little bit hard, but I'm probably gonna do it. Like that. And then filter it. So not clean. What are those particles? Oh, interesting. Oh, not clean. I'm gonna leave this filter and we'll be right back. Okay, so I poured the solution back into the beaker, and I'm gonna boil it until 200 milliliters, and then filter it again, and then I will just boil it down to dryness. So we'll see you in maybe an hour or so, because this takes a while to boil because it's a big amount of water. So yeah, I'll see you then. I turned off the heat because it was at here, and now it's lower than 300, so I think I'm gonna let this cool on like here, and I have turned this off, and then I will let this cool down, and it will recrystallize some potassium nitrate, and then I will filter it off again with the vacuum filtration apparatus there. And I think we will just boil it down, and we will have some pretty pure potassium nitrite. So I'll meet you then. So I kept the solution on my desk, and I don't know about this. I'm just gonna filter it and hope that most of it reacted. Even if it's not pure nitrite, it's gonna be good enough, I guess. So let's pour in the solution into this funnel on my vacuum filtration apparatus, and let's filter it. As you can see, it's starting to come over. I'm not gonna show you the whole process because I just pumped it a few minutes or so and it does the filtration. So yeah, I'll see you. I don't know, maybe like 30, maybe like 20, 15 minutes, because this takes a long time to filter. Okay, so now I've filtered the solution, and I'm gonna boil it down, but I'm kinda tired because this is ridiculous. The synthesis, I think I'm gonna revisit it in the future. Okay, I know you're tired of me just boiling this down again, so let's do a cool trick. Okay, so as you can see, it's done. I cleaned up the whole bench, my table. I boiled it down and then scraped it out. There was still a lot of it left, so I'll scrape that out later. So this is what have we got of this crystal mess. This is a pretty big amount, right? So let's see. I will grind it up with my mortar and pestle. And then just crush it. I think it's good enough. Right? Okay, so now I'm gonna take some of it for a test and put some of the supposed potassium nitrite into this beaker. This is gonna be our yield. Like, I don't know how much. And to test it, here's some our supposed potassium nitrite. And I'll add some concentrated sulfuric acid to make nitrous acid, which in room temperature, oh no, it's leaking, should break down into nitrogen oxides. Oh no, I burned my table with this sulfuric acid. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. I cleaned it of everything. I'm not kidding. This was on the bottom. There was some sulfuric acid burned my table back there. Oh no. Let's pour it on. Oh my god, yes. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh my god, I need to get out. Oh my god, I'm gonna put on my gas mask. Oh, quickly. Oh my god. Ah. So everyone, I hope you like this video where I turned potassium nitrate into potassium nitrite, and here's a sneak peek of my next project. Yes, it uses the 2-liter beaker that I ordered, the copper sulfate, and a power supply and a bucket. So I'll see you next time. Bye.